Hi YouTube, welcome back to the rat cave. Yeah, that's my little terminology for my little place here. That's what I'm calling it. My little area of operations while I do all this stuff. Today I'm going to take a look at the FMK over here, and I'm going to compare it with the SR9C of Ruger. Okay, Ruger SR9C. I have some notes here on them. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and start on the FMK. It's a model 9C1 Gen 2, 9mm double stack only. It came with two 10-round magazines. It has a magazine out safety to prevent the pistol from firing if the magazine is removed. It has double strike capabilities. It is California and Maine approved because of the 10-round magazines. The magazine, of course, is 10. You got one in a pipe, one. There is no manual safety other than that heavy double action trigger pull. The barrel is stainless steel, but it has a coating. The frame is polymer black. The sights are third-party Glock 19 compatible, so any sights that go on a Glock 19 will fit for the FMK here. So any standard sights at all for the Glock 19 series. The FMK is what they call the Bill of Rights edition. It's got the Bill of Rights all over it on the slide. Some people consider that fancy. I'd say it's a Bill of Rights gun. It'll kill you just like an un-Bill of Rights gun, I guess. I don't know. But the slide is high carbon steel. The barrel is stainless. Again, I said the frame was polymer black. Any sights fit it. Any sights for a Glock fit it. Glock 19 compatible. The barrel length is 4 inches. The overall length is 6.85 inches. The height, according to FMK, is 5.09 inches. And the width is 1.14 inches. The weight is 23.45 ounces. The rifle is a twist. It's a 1 in 16. There's 6 rifle grooves in that barrel, and they are a left-handed twist. Okay. The important thing to pay attention to would be the overall length being 6.85, the height being 5.09, and the weight being 23.45, because this is a relatively newish pistol on the market. It's being made now. FMK just, I'm not going to say just started, but they're a new company that has not been operating here in the U.S. for a long time. They're a relatively new company. A Ruger SR9C. Okay. Now, of course, with the FMK, you've got the gun lube that comes with it. It comes standard with the purchase. And I bought the FMK, was new. I got one of these good hard cases with it. It's decent for what it does. It carries the stuff that I need, you know. Keeps the pistol in storage, yada 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 yada. You know how that goes. Okay, pistol case is a pistol case as far as I'm concerned. There's really no big difference on them unless you buy your SR9C used like I did. Yes, these magazines do have rounds in it. It's my current carry. But I've got it pulled apart to show that there is no round in the barrel. As I got it used, the distributor had a cardboard box for it. And it works. I mean, does well, does what I need it to do, which is hold the pistol when it's not being carried and some place to store it. Ruger SR9C. Again, the slide material on here is not the carbon, it is the stainless steel. The barrel length is 3.4 inches. So the FMK's got a little barrel length at 4 inches. Grip frame, again, is a glass-filled nylon, black. The slides finish on the SRC is, of course, the brushed nickel, or brushed stainless. I should say brushed stainless. I apologize. I did misspeak, and I want everybody going all kind of goofy about it, but it is brushed stainless, not nickel. I misspoke. Again, the width is 1.27. And what was the width of the FMK? Because that's what we're comparing. The FMK, the width was 1.14. Not a whole lot of difference on the width. The sights on the SR9C are adjustable 3-dot, but they do have aftermarket sights for it. They're just not as plentiful as they would be for the FMK, because the FMK can use anything that goes on a Glock 19. Okay. Again, I got it used. It came with 2 10-round magazines. I wasn't going to complain for the price I paid for it. About $3.25 out the door. Again, it was used. But even still, I went out and bought that. That's the 17-round mag for it with the extension. Even with what I got in that, I think about 30 bucks. I paid the same, but now I have 3 magazines for this one. This is where I've only got 2 10-rounds for this one. That one is more of a range magazine anyway. The overall length of the FMK was 6.85 inches for the FMK. 6.85. For the Ruger SR9C overall length, well, 6.85. Not giving up anything there. FMK has not improved on any concealable pistol that's hit the market with the exact same numbers. I mean, 9mm to 9mm, compact to compact. The height is 4.61. Ruger's got a little on height there, but not a whole lot. The height of the FMK was 5.09. Really not a whole lot. FMK is giving up. Not really much difference between the two. The grooves are, again, on the Ruger. The grooves in the barrel are 6. They're at a right-hand twist. It is not California approved. It is not Maine approved. It is not Commie State approved. Unless you can get it with the 10-round magazines instead of the 17. I live in Kentucky. I got the 17 as an add-on. It came with the 210. Apples to apples kind of deal. Compact to compact. The trigger in the SR9, unless you install the fat trigger over here, which is another 70 bucks to have it installed, or you install it yourself, is a way better trigger than what the FMK comes standard with. Does that mean it's a lousy gun? No. The trigger is so heavy in that as a defensive weapon, because unlike the Ruger here, which has a safety, there is no safety on the FMK. None whatsoever. That's a slide. Slide stop, slide catch, slide actuator, however you choose to take a look at that nomenclature. In my opinion, other than the cosmetic black and the Bill of Rights gun and the SR9C, and the one difference with the trigger. Okay, that's a lot better trigger in any pistol than this long double action uptake here. Okay. That being said, comparing both side by side, I favor both of them. I do carry both of them. Just right now, this one's my current. This one will probably work its way back into a lineup. Why do I rotate my carries that way? Keeps my mind fresh. Okay, I gotta remember, this one has a safety. When I grab this one, okay, there's no safety. I know that already. Is there a difference that makes one better than the other? Only one difference, again, the trigger of the SR9C. That can't be beat. That's the best trigger I have had in any concealed carry weapon. I've had a few. I do own a few. And pound for pound, that even beats the trigger on my Steyr M40. I mean, I like the way it breaks. I like the way it resets. I like the way it handles. Now, a lot of people are on YouTube now dogging the SR9 and the SR40, and I'll show you why here in a second, as soon as I can find one. Tell you what, I'll just pop this out and show you that way. If I stick around in the chamber, I can shoot somebody through the camera, and all you little safety pussies will come running after me. But anyway, right here, they hate that flag right there. They say it snags up, it hangs. I've had no issues with it. I don't mind it. As a matter of fact, there has been a time or two I've caught myself using that. Okay? Yeah, okay, I got around in the chamber. There's no need to do a press check and open check. The serrations on the Ruger are a lot more aggressive than they are on the FMK. Slide serrations are a lot more aggressive on the Ruger. Plus they have front serrations also. Either or, they both load well, they both work well. I grip both of them equally. I can shoot the snot out of both of them. I prefer the trigger in the Ruger, yes. Once I get the fast action, that fat trigger, they call it fast action trigger for the FMK, to be a later purchase, I might enjoy it as much as I do the Ruger. Does that make it a less quality gun or make Ruger a higher quality? No. And if there's a Glock out here laying on the table, a Glock 19, it would all fall into the same category. Good, reliable gun. What makes a good, reliable gun, okay, is not the gun. It's the maintenance of the gun. It's the user of the gun. I've seen people at the range lip rest either one of these and jam up, file up, jam up. It's going to happen. Every time you lip rest it, I don't care who you are. You gotta grip the pistol good. You gotta have a firm, good, tight grip. I almost, what they call white knuckle my grip here. I get a good solid lock, a good solid, even in the FMK, I take a good solid almost white knuckle to the 3 and the thumb. That way there's no way this gun can, when it's being fired. That's me. Like I said, the only difference is in the twist. One's got a 1 in 10. The Ruger has a 1 in 10 right hand twist. The FMK has a 1 in 16, but it's a left-hand twist. Both have 6 grooves. There is like 4/10 of a difference in height, which really doesn't acclimate to a whole lot. Now that shows that the frame of the Ruger is a little bit smaller than the FMK. That kind of evened it out. There is a slight difference in the length, but it's not like you're, you know, the new All-American 45, it is the size of a full-size Beretta, and they call that a compact. Ruger American 45 compact, the size of a full-size gun. That makes no sense. That's why I did these comparisons of what's new and coming out and what Ruger has stopped producing for this new All-American. You should have stayed with the SRC. It was a good quality gun. You started to work the bugs out of it and the kinks out of it and made it better. FMK has picked up the ball where Ruger has dropped it. Again, that's my opinion, as being there is not a whole lot of difference between these guns. But if I line up a Ruger All-American Compact against an SRC, SR9C, the differences are outstanding, and that American is supposed to be a compact. Ruger, you dropped the ball. You really did. Love Ruger. Got a lot of them. I don't have an SR40C yet. When I do, I want to get it in the black, like the FMK. But I've, several P-Series. Now there's a tank. P-Series Ruger. But I've rambled on. I'm getting off into where I don't need to be. This is where I need to be on the paperwork. Other than the high carbon steel that is used in the stainless steel used in the slide here, high carbon in the FMK, stainless steel in the Ruger, there's really no differences. The weight on the Ruger is 23.4 ounces, and the weight on the FMK is 23.45 ounces. There's really no major difference between either one of these pistols. Ruger, somebody should slap you silly and kick your CEOs right in the ding-ding. But that's just my opinion. Y'all do not go out and do that. If you could, videotape it for me. That'd be nice. But no, I am not condoning that. I'm just saying Ruger had a good thing, and FMK has picked it up for what it's worth. I hope FMK takes off. They are an excellent company. They're in support of veterans. So is Ruger. They support our veterans. They go out and they help just like the FMK does, but Ruger dropped the ball when they flipped it at All-American. Ours got interchangeable back straps. Well, so does a Glock, and I ain't got one of them. But anyway, that's my rant, my take on both of these pistols stacked side by side. I'm going to put them together, okay, and show you but I'll use the empty magazine. Well, no, I can't do that. Apples to apples, okay, oranges to oranges. When I get the FMK back together, I'm going to show you the difference in the sizes as they're laid out next to one another. FMK goes together very much similar to a Glock. Really not a whole lot going on. You just got to make sure you get the right pieces in the right places. Okay. Ease of getting the FMK together. Okay. Ease of getting the Ruger together. It still can be done with ease. There's nothing wrong with the Ruger. It's just you gotta make sure you've got everything lined back up. When I shoved my magazine in there, I dropped my sear, which I forgot. There we go. The mag has got to be locked open on that, and then you take this pen here, which everybody dislikes because oh, it's an extra part I can lose. Well, you know, you're gonna be an idiot and you're gonna lose it. But that's my own take on that. And I put my finger behind it to keep from doing that idiot scratch that we're all so well and fond of on a 1911. Okay, again, empty magazine. It was an empty magazine in there. I know I should ride the slide forward like that, not send it forward like I did on the FMK. Simply because it's detrimental to the moving parts, some say. Now, side-by-side comparisons on these pistols. Let me... Y'all ain't gonna believe that. I'm gonna pop this camera off of here and walk y'all around. But they're really the pinky extension and the grip on the FMK. If it weren't for the pinky extension, that Ruger would be a little bit more compact. I can order those. I mean, it doesn't hinder either way, with or without. Both of them line up pretty good. Trying to get a little better lighting over here so that y'all might be able to. But I mean, there's really no big overall difference between the two. The grips may be a little thicker on the Ruger, but that does have that affordable interchangeable back strap on it. You can do that with it if you wanted to. But as far as everything else goes, I mean, here, let me... Well, yeah, it got a little bit on the barrel. No, it don't either. Yeah, it does. A little bit on the slide for the FMK. It's not a whole lot. But the one gun was bought brand new, the FMK. The Ruger was purchased used, which doesn't make it any better or any worse. Both these guns are shot well. And both these guns, well, as the man in the, oh, what is that, Forged in Fire? My weapon will kill. and I can knock a hole in it in a target with either one of those. Does not matter. I do prefer the trigger on the Ruger, but that's not a big hang up. I carry both of them. Anyway, YouTube, you choose. You are responsible. Never play with a loaded weapon. One more thing I'd like to show you is the loaded weapon indicators. But the only way to do that would be to put a round in the chamber. You know what? Screw you, Safety Sallies. Instead, I was doing a review of both the guns and the differences and the similarities. You see that booger hooker? That booger hooker ain't going near the boom switch, so y'all need to just relax and chill out a minute. The gun is pointed in a safe direction away from me. Anyhow, there's this little red dot here that pokes through. I don't know if my camera is picking it up all that well, or if I need to throw a little more light on it. It's right there, a little red dot right there. That pokes up and you can do a press check on it. Okay. As for the Ruger, the reason I like the Ruger a little better is that there is a safety. Most people hate manual safeties. I kind of find them perfect for little situations like this where I'm trying to show something. So you can come up here and just do a press check right on the top of that and know that there's a round in that chamber. Alright, Safety Sally's weapons are clear. The round is out of the chamber. And everything is red as rain. I did that merely to show the differences in the loaded chamber indicators. Hindsight, I would do it again. The Safety Sally's, you're just going to have to go flush or douche or something through your mangina and get the freaking sand out. Anyway, YouTube, for those that found this useful and helpful information and a decent comparison between Old World and New World. New World being the FMK, that's relatively new to the market. Old World being the Ruger SR9C. Heck of a weapon, heck of a weapon. I've still got a soft spot for my heart there. I had that out the other day though. That's probably kind of why when I had the time I was able to hit the range a little bit, but that's the one I used. Ran about 150 rounds through it and through a high point. High point carbine M95 or 995. But anyway, YouTube, it's been fun. Again, remember, you choose, you are responsible. And for those that are all worried about all this loaded ammo on the table next to the guns, this is where my mindset is. That's an empty magazine. That's an empty magazine. Now as I take the time to get this cleaned up, this mess cleaned up, I hope y'all can forgive me for being a little brass and rash toward the safety cooters out there that need to wash out their manginas. But remember again, YouTube, you choose, therefore you are responsible. I'm getting my Ruger ready to go back on my waist for my concealed carry. That's why I'm putting rounds in the magazine. That's why I know I have 2 loaded magazines all the way over here, away from over here. I don't need an accident to happen. You choose, you are responsible. Safety is your responsibility, not mine. Don't let anything I do here try to persuade your decision, or position on either one of these guns. I do love them both. The Ruger just has a soft spot in my heart right now because I was able to get out with it and have a little fun. If it was the FMK that I got out with, I'd be preaching about it being a fun gun to shoot. But it's been a little bit. I might do that later on today. Okay, safety Nazis. No rounds. Weapons dry. It's going back into storage for the moment. Get out of this rat cave and up to the man house. Yes, this is the rat cave. That's the name I've given it. Got my little rat over there in the corner. He's my buddy Alf. Y'all have seen him a few. I think I'm going to put him in a different position though. Get him out of the corner. And I think that's where Alf is going to live for now. Well, for the moment anyway. I'll be back with some more videos. Remember, you choose